ApeCoin, falling over 30% since its mid-March peak, according to CoinMarketCap data. Joining us now to discuss is Kalman Gabriel, principal at investment firm Digital Strategies. Hello there, Cal. Thanks for joining us. So give us your take on ApeCoin and what their community, ApeCoin DAO, is aiming to become as we see these price fluctuations in ApeCoin.
Yeah, great to be here. So this week is about the 1 year anniversary of Bored Ape Yacht Club launched. They've so far in the last year, they're one of the few that have kind of written the book on bringing crypto into popular culture. Folks like Eminem, Snoop Dogg, Justin Bieber have owned Bored Ape Yacht NFTs. So they've, have built tremendous brand equity, and now they've launched a token, ApeCoin. Just like Bored Ape Yacht Club piggybacked, success, did a great job, but they piggybacked off the success of other similar projects that came before it, like CryptoPunks. ApeCoin is also doing something similar.
Right. So from what I understand, you are a top 5 holder of Magic token from Treasure DAO, which you say
Correct.
shares a lot of similarities with ApeCoin. Tell us about that.
Exactly. So Magic is a derivative of another project called Loot. And Loot created a new NFT primitive, meaning that previously NFT projects or crypto projects in general, were very top down, meaning that they had a token or an NFT, and they had a very explicit purpose that the community would use it for. Loot did the reverse. They did everything bottoms up, meaning Loot was an NFT that had 8 words in white font on a black background, and it basically gave the decision-making power to the community on what to do with it. It was basically the first NFT community-owned game, and it just left it up to the community to decide what is its value and how should we use it. And it spawned a bunch of other projects that integrated it. Magic, it became a derivative of that, and took that idea and created these treasure NFTs and left it to the community to decide what is its value and how should we use it. And now today, Magic, for example, has about 50 different projects that are building on it and integrating treasures and Magic into their own ecosystems. And it just has, given creativity to the community to figure out, how and what they want to do with it. And ApeCoin is trying to do something similar. They have, as I said, great brand that they've built up. They've announced about 3 or 4 games that will be integrating ApeCoin into it. And they're trying to build a metaverse composed of different games that will integrate its token.
Okay, so Kalman, you're going to have to talk to me the way my wife does, which is she talks to me like I'm a complete idiot, and she's not wrong. But so can you explain exactly what is ApeCoin? Like, what am I getting? If people going out and they're speculating on ApeCoin, what are they actually buying into? I know what Polygon does. I know what Solana does. What is ApeCoin? What is the ApeCoin itself? Different than the NFT. What is it doing?
Simply, it's a governance and a utility token. So it gives you participation in their DAO, which they've built. So it has a governance aspect, and then eventually will have a token utility aspect in whatever games that they ultimately end up building. Right now, it's a blank slate. Yep.
Yeah, I was going to ask, have they built any games, and who's to say that are people speculating that these games will be successful?
They have to, because today ApeCoin trades at about a $3.5 billion circulating network value, about 12 billion fully diluted. So clearly the market is betting on several of the games that ultimately are launched are quite successful. The token just launched in the last week. As Christine said, it's down about 25%, but it's still, there's still a lot of value that's baked into it.
So they're speculating. So there are essentially a bunch of things that they're speculating on. First of all, is that the ape aura, if you will somehow increase the value of this token. Number two is that somehow the community of people who own these tokens will come up with a game that would make it worth something to invest in. Is that correct?
No, that's exactly right. I mean, all these games will likely have a play to earn aspect, which Axie Infinity is the most well-known example of that. They've created a very successful game that tens, not hundreds of thousands of users now use. And that's ultimately the road that ApeCoin is going down by having partnering.
Is there like an actual labs that are creating these games, or is it? What's the process?
How much of that is tied to Yuga Labs, which is very much tied to the Bored Ape NFTs, potentially ApeCoin, but they spent a lot of a coordinated marketing campaign to disassociate ApeCoin from any corporation. So how much do you actually think will it be actually influenced by Yuga Labs versus this community of ApeCoin DAO?
Yeah, I think it's a great question because Yuga is definitely their biggest sponsor. Some of these games will likely be driven by Yuga Labs, and it remains to be seen about, they've done a great job, like I said, building brand equity, but now they're going to need to deliver product, and they're going to have to expand kind of outside the box of, what they've done to date. They've partnered with Animoca Brands, which is a big name in the crypto gaming space, who will be delivering one or two games for ApeCoin. So they're starting to reach out to other players in the space, but it's still very early days because, we're still, crypto moves very quickly, right? Bored Ape Yacht Club seems like it was 3 or 4 years ago that it launched their initial NFTs, and it's been 12 months. Ape Token launched about a week ago. So, I think a lot will happen over the next few months, and we'll see how well or not that they do.